In hundreds of interviews with homeless women over the course of 13 years, only one woman was not sexually abused as a little girl or raped as a young woman. For most of these women, home is a very scary place, a place they have fled. The shelters are ironically the first places many of them ever find safety, protection, or comfort. This is a woman's story as she told it. What isn't in the story is the fact that this woman met another woman in shelter, and they fell in love, and through their love, they both got out of the shelter system. The little Coochie Snorcher that could.
Memory, December 1965, 5 years old. My mama tells me in a scary, loud, life-threatening voice to stop scratching my Coochie Snorcher. I've become terrified of scratch it off down there. I do not touch myself again, even in the bath. I'm afraid of the water getting in and filling me up so I explode. I put Band-Aids over my Coochie to cover the hole, but they fall off in the water. I imagine a stopper, a bathtub plug up there to prevent things from entering me. I sleep with 3 pairs of happy, hard-patterned underpants under my snap-up pajamas. I still want to touch myself sometimes, but I don't. Memory, 7 years old. Edgar Montaigne, who is 10, gets angry at me and punches me with all his might right between my legs. It feels like he breaks my entire self. I limp home, I can't pee. My mama asks me what's wrong with my Coochie Snorcher, and when I tell her what Edgar did, she yells at me and says to never let anyone ever touch me down there again. I try to explain that Edgar didn't touch it, Mama, he punched it. Memory, 9 years old. I play on the bed, bouncing and falling, and impale my Coochie Snorcher on the bedpost. I make high-pitched screaming noises that come straight from my Coochie Snorcher's mouth. I get taken to the hospital and they sew it up down there from when it's been torn apart. Memory, 10 years old. I'm at my father's house and he's having a party upstairs. Everyone's drinking. I'm in the basement playing by myself, and I'm trying on my new cotton white bra and underpants that my father's girlfriend gives me. Suddenly, my father's best friend, this man named Alfred, comes up from behind, pulls down my underpants, and sticks his big, hard penis inside of me. I kick, and I scream, and I try to fight him off, but he already gets it in. My father's there then, and he has a gun, and there's a loud, horrible noise, and then there's blood all over Alfred and me. Lots of blood. I swear my Coochie must be falling out. Alfred is paralyzed for life, and I don't see my father for 7 years. Memory, 13 years old. My Coochie Snorcher is a very bad place. It's a place of pain, nastiness, punching, invasion, and blood. It's a site for mishaps, the bad luck zone. I imagine a freeway between my legs and I'm traveling, going far away from here. Memory, 16 years old. There's this gorgeous 24-year-old woman in our neighborhood and I stare at her all the time. One day she invites me into her car. She asks me if I like to kiss boys, and I tell her I do not like that. Then she says she wants to show me something. And she leans over and kisses me so softly on the lips with her lips and puts her tongue in my mouth. Wow. She asks me if I want to come over to her house, and then she kisses me again and tells me to relax, to feel it, to let our tongues feel it. She asks my mom if I can come spend the night, and my mom is delighted that such a beautiful, successful woman has taken an interest in me. I'm scared, and I can't wait. Her apartment's fantastic. She's got it hooked up. It's the 70s. The beads, the fluffy pillows, the mood lights. I decide right then that I want to be a secretary like her when I grow up. She makes a vodka for herself and asks me what I want to drink. I say the same as she's drinking. She says, I don't think your mama would approve of you drinking vodka. I tell her my mama probably wouldn't approve of me kissing girls either. And the lovely lady fixes me a drink. Then she gets dressed in this beautiful chocolate satin teddy. She's so beautiful. I always thought bulldaggers were ugly. I say, you look great. And she says, so do you. I say, but I only have this white cotton bra and underpants. Then she dresses me slowly in another satin teddy. It's lavender like the first soft days of spring. The alcohol's gone to my head and I'm loose and ready. We go into the bedroom. There's a picture of a naked black woman with a huge afro over her bed. She slowly lays me down on the bed, and just our bodies rubbing makes me come. Then she does everything to me in my Coochie Snorcher that I thought was such a bad place before, and wow. I'm hot and wild, and she says, your vagina, untouched by a man, smells so nice, so fresh. Wish I could keep it that way forever. I get crazy wild, and then the phone rings, and of course, it's my mama. I'm sure she knows she catches me at everything. I get on the phone and I try to breathe normally, and she asks me, what's wrong with you? You been running? I say, no, Mama. Exercising? Then she tells the beautiful secretary to make sure that I'm not around any boys. And the woman tells her, trust me, there's no boys around here. Afterwards, the gorgeous lady teaches me everything about my Coochie Snorcher. She makes me play with myself in front of her, and she teaches me all the different ways to give myself pleasure. She's very thorough. She wants me to know how to give pleasure to myself so I'll never have to rely on a man. In the morning, I become worried I've become a butch because I'm so in love with her. She laughs, but I never see her again. I realized afterwards that she was my surprising, unexpected, and politically incorrect salvation. She raised my sorry-ass Coochie Snorcher and brought it up to a kind of heaven.